Sorry, one second. I think you look absolutely amazing. You walked past me earlier and I like the way you're dressed. I was like, she looks so good, I have to come say hi.
Thank you, thank you.
So what are you doing today then?
I'm
Apart from looking good?
Because I have exams.
You have exams?
Yeah, I do.
Hi, excuse me. Hi, one second. You just walked past me earlier and you look so amazing in that dress.
Thank you so much.
I was like, I gotta come say hi.
Oh, thank you so much. You're so nice.
Are you from Belgrade?
No, she was giving me a recommendation. Okay, we'll start that over, okay. Whoa. What a nice conversation that was.
Excuse me. Hi there, one second. Can you hear me? Perfect. You walked past me earlier and I saw you smiling as you were looking at the instruments. And I was like, she looks so beautiful. I have to come say hi.
Thank you, hi.
First and foremost, I mean, I live in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go in the shade. Yeah, it's a bit hot.
It is.
Yeah, it's been a great first day. Just the power of having you here, like the network, has been like immense.
If you've not already watched the first video in this series, then go ahead and click here. In this second video, you'll see a 15-minute conversation of Isaac in set. And then you will see a full interview of how Isaac found his first day of coaching with me. So, if you're someone who's even slightly considering being coached by me, then this video will answer a lot of your questions.
Excuse me. Hi there, one second. Can you hear me? Perfect. Very random. You just walked past me earlier. I know it's very random. One second, just one second. You walked past me earlier and I saw you smiling as you were looking at the instruments. And I was like, she looks so beautiful. I have to come say hi.
Thank you, hi.
I'm from London.
London.
Yeah.
Oh, I've just been to Russia, so I've met some people, but I thought, yeah.
Okay. Do I sound like I'm from London?
I don't hear the accent.
You don't hear the accent?
No.
No way, really?
Yeah, really.
You know what's funny? Like, I met somebody yesterday, like this guy, and he thought I was American.
Yeah,
And
definitely don't have London accent.
No, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I don't wanna be American.
No?
No, I wanna be like London British.
Oh, really?
I don't like it when people say I sound American.
Oh.
You don't sound like you're from like here.
Serbia?
Yeah, no.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, one of my best friends, she's from Australia, so she taught me English. I was really small, so two of us.
Oh, okay. So that's how you learn.
Yeah.
You didn't learn it in school?
Oh, we learned it at school, but it's different, In school, you just...
Yeah.
And in friendship, you just talk shit.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You're right, because I feel like if you learn it at school, they're only going to tell you the normal words.
Exactly.
But with your friend.
Like, you don't really talk, you just write and learn the grammar, and here you just,
Okay, so that means that you know a lot of naughty words, a lot of slang.
Exactly.
Okay.
Not much slang, but just to hold the conversation.
Enough to get by.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Nice. So what do you...
Here?
Yeah, I mean, I've only been here for a day.
Oh.
I arrived around like 11 a.m. yesterday.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I was very tired when I got here.
I get that. I just came back from Russia, so I'm in...
Oh, you came back today?
No, like 3 days ago, but I'm still the jet lag. That's so bad. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But Russia's not that far from...
Russia is very big.
That's a good point.
Good point, yeah.
That's a good point.
In the border of like Asia and Europe.
Oh, so you're on the eastern side of Russia?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay, that's really far.
And we also we didn't fly straight, like it wasn't one flight.
Yeah.
It was like Istanbul, then Turkey, then here, so it was
Oh, so lots of different connections.
Yeah, exactly.
I hate that so much. Like if I can just pay extra money to go from point A to point B.
I wouldn't.
You'd rather just save the...
Yeah, I would save the money.
You're better than me. You're good.
Exactly.
You're good.
Why are you in Serbia?
So my friend is here. He's been here for like 2 weeks. He's from the States.
Okay.
So he was like, dude, come down. It's really fun.
Really?
Like the nightlife is good. Yeah. It's so funny because a lot of my friends who are in London, as soon as I said that I was in Serbia, they were like, dude, why are you in Serbia? Why are you in Belgrade?
That's my question.
I don't understand why people are so surprised. Like...
No, I don't really...
I first and foremost, I mean, I live in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go in the shade. Yeah, it's a bit hot.
It is. And I'm also like,
Yeah, it's a bit hot. No, me too. But yeah, like, I like to travel. And I like to experience different places. So I don't go into places thinking, oh, it has to be a certain way. Or like, I don't want to be like, oh, I won't go to this place. Like, unless I have a really good reason not to. Like if people are like, oh, Serbia's full of clowns and crazy people, and like if you go there, they're gonna strangle you and like put you in a basement, then I'd be like, okay, Maybe I won't go.
Kind of is true though.
Oh, really?
No, crazy. No one will put you in the basement, but we are a bit like.
Don't scare me.
Did you go to like in a fun way? Did you go to like a pub or something, like going out?
No, not yet, but I think I'm gonna do that like tonight
Yeah,
at some point in my trip.
you should. I mean, depends. Like, I don't really like the music here, but like,
Okay.
it's fun. Like, people are very fun. People are very like hospitable.
Okay.
Drinks, food. You have to try good food, but don't.
See?
Yeah, but don't go to like to the famous places. They're usually not the best. Try to look for the really, because food here.
So you're telling me go to the places that most tourists don't know about,
Exactly.
and so you know those places, right?
I know places that are like I don't know, like I know some places for like very good meats, but they're not really. I don't know anything that's in center because I live pretty far,
Okay.
so I'm like an hour away from here. Yeah,
Really?
it's still Belgrade. Belgrade's pretty and also the traffic is.
Yeah, I imagine. I saw a lot of traffic, a lot of buses. You take a bus or you drive?
I take a bus. Yeah.
Okay.
Like here driving, and also I don't drive, so.
You don't drive?
No.
Are you looking for a chauffeur?
No. No. I'm studying, so I came back because I have my exams now. So yeah, I literally just came back. So my friend, because he is going away to Switzerland.
Yeah.
And now I'm back to
Back to the books.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Wow, yeah. I do not miss the days when I was a student.
Real
I don't miss them at all. I studied economics.
economics.
Yeah. Physics.
My
Okay.
uni is just down the. Did you know like all these are like unis?
These are student buildings?
Not this, but like here's the philosophy uni like behind this building. The one
Oh,
on the
nice.
big like plateau, and then on the right.
Oh, wow.
And then left is like all of this like block full of like universities, just unis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, I didn't know that. I wouldn't have guessed it unless somebody told me, because you can't really tell, right?
course.
But I mean, I get it, because I went to uni in London.
Yeah.
I went to UCL, and like the uni is within the city, and of course London is a big city, so like you can't really. Oh, almost got ran over.
No, they're random. Like I don't know about them to go like this, but they don't care about people. They're just like, I'm gonna go over you.
I was waiting for somebody to beat me, like, get out of the way, you little tourist, get out, go back to London.
No, the people here love tourists.
I will say, I've only been here for like a day,
Yeah.
and I feel like the people are quite nice. Like, I was talking to the storekeeper, I said I met that guy by the bench who told me where to go for nights out.
Yeah.
So he was super cool. We talked about like music and stuff. So I like the fact that because I thought that maybe, in London, people think that like Eastern Europe is a bit cold, like the reception,
Oh no.
which is a shame because it's not true.
No, it's the opposite.
It's the opposite.
No, it's the opposite. People are very nice here.
I think the only thing is maybe people, like, you know, when you look at, like, I have like a resting bitch face.
I know.
So like, I think sometimes like people think that like people are closed off, but in reality, once you talk to them,
Yeah, no,
they're like, oh, cool.
very nice, very hospitable. Love tourists. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You should go drinking here, definitely.
Yeah.
And should go like eat some very good food because I've heard in London that
The food is not, you heard right. You heard right.
here the meat, if
Yeah.
you like the meat, like the grill,
I'm a big meat guy.
perfect. Like cevapi, pljeskavice. That's our
Slow down. That was very fast.
cevapi.
Shababi.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pljeskavice.
Okay.
Yeah, both
Okay.
very good. Like you have to eat it here. Also, like there's like all the meats, like roasted meats.
Yeah.
Here, so good. Like
Okay.
I haven't eaten like.
Do you like to put spice in the food, or is it very?
No.
Okay.
It's meat.
Okay.
Straight up meat.
Okay.
Very good. Like very like long cook or slow cook. Like not grill.
Yeah.
Grill is but like very like so good. You should try it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel like I have so much to do. I'm gonna have to like squeeze it in,
Yeah,
you
like,
know?
how long are you staying?
I'm here for 5 days.
5 days.
Mm.
Well,
Yeah.
you've been to Kalamegdan?
Like the park.
Yeah.
I've been, so I've been up, but I don't think I've like explored all the way around.
That's nice. Let's see, like here in the main parts.
Yeah.
I don't really like Belgrade.
The
I'm
thing-
not the best person to
Really?
know. I don't really
It's funny because I mean, obviously my friend is already here.
Yeah.
And he's been here for like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So thankfully, I'm just leaning on him
Oh, yeah.
to like
Yeah.
show me around.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's always nice to get like another local's perspective but it's funny you say you don't like it. I think people don't like where they've spent so much time.
I've been
Like,
here my whole
yeah, you've been here for your whole
I
life,
know,
so you're
I
kind of
just saw
tired
the
of it.
bad things, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, like what else, like what nice is here to see. Like maybe Kalamegdan, maybe
Yeah.
not much to see.
I mean, I might do some touristy stuff like Nikola Tesla Museum,
Oh yeah.
and then I know there's like an interesting castle somewhere, like a castle.
Castle.
You know, castle like the old medieval.
in the Zemun, maybe?
Is that what it is? I don't know where it is.
Maybe.
I think it's by the river.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
Either Kalemegdan or because they're both like, they have castles. And there's like Zemun
Yeah.
as well. Also another part that's nice is like down here, like when you go down,
Yeah.
it's Dorchel. Dorchel.
Dochol.
Yeah, it's like nice little houses, little like cafes. It's very expensive. Like for us, for you it'll be cheap.
Yeah.
Exactly, that's good.
Yeah, that Great British pound is really strong here. I noticed.
Yeah, exactly. So down there, and then like if you go down, then
Yeah.
you come like out on the river again.
Okay.
And also there's like big like maybe fake lake here. Not maybe, like it is like a fake
A
lake.
fake lake.
Fake lake.
What the hell?
It's
what?
like you have to take a bus to get there, and other than that,
Yeah.
like Belgrade is really like full of like culture and like history, but as you see, like we don't really appreciate it, so we built all these like modern buildings. Like
Yeah.
you see, all these are like nice old ones.
That's what I like about it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but no one takes care of it. Like Belgrade used to be so pretty, and now it's.
It's funny. I can't. To me, it looks okay. I guess because you've been here for long, you can see you can see how it's gone from one place to another.
Exactly, it's so bad,
Yeah.
so bad.
But to be fair, when I arrived, my first thought was I like this city because it has like an edginess to it.
Oh.
So when I was walking, I was like, because London can be a bit too clean sometimes, and a bit too modern.
Oh, this is not too clean. Don't worry.
Yeah. No, but like the streets themselves are like fairly clean.
Oh.
But I mean like the buildings are like old school. I can tell. Well, yeah. Let's move away from the trash bag. But you know what I mean? Like it's just nice, and I think different is the word to use. Like I like something different.
Yeah, it is. But I don't have like nice recommendations. Kalemegdan.
So then let me ask you, what do you like to do?
What I like to do.
Like in your free time?
My free time.
Yeah.
I don't have free time. I'm a student. I should graduate this year. Like it's so stressed.
So you're really busy.
Yeah, I'm extra. Like it's so bad. Like it's also, I don't know if you know, but like previously, like the past 2 months, it's been okay. But like 6 months before that, we had like these big protests here.
Oh yeah, I heard about them. Yeah.
So bad. Like our uni was like blocked. We didn't have like any lectures or anything.
Yeah.
So now everything's like so bad.
So you were spending more time on the protests. So now it's like.
No, it's just that uni like didn't exist. Like no lectures.
Oh, so everything got put on hold.
Yeah. And
So there was no. Oh, so now you have to catch up with it.
it's so bad. Like,
Oh,
it's
that's
so bad.
crazy.
We have like online classes while we take the exams, and everything's like so smashed together. Professors are like don't care about us at all. They're just like, oh, you should take the exam. You should know all this stuff. You're a physicist, so it's
Yeah,
so
but
bad.
that's unrealistic because there's been protests. There's been no lectures. Like, what do they expect you to do? Like, just
They agree, but they don't
do it yourself?
They don't really care. They just care about their money.
Yeah. Pay up that tuition.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow. Okay.
But like most of us here don't pay tuition.
No, it's
like,
free?
if you're a good student, like you don't pay tuition. It's
Okay.
free for us. So
Okay, nice.
like they like earn from. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, it sounds like you're really busy.
No, it's so.
How often do you come into Belgrade?
Belgrade.
Yeah, like travel in.
Belgrade. Oh, here.
No, because you were saying that you live an hour from Belgrade.
Oh,
Sorry, I mean the city center Belgrade
Oh,
part. Yeah.
like just like in summer, just when I have an exam.
So so you have an exam when like.
No, I just came because my friend, like I saw my friend, he's going to Switzerland tomorrow. So this was like
A little day out kind of thing.
Yeah, just a little day to like catch up with him. And unfortunately, I had to like, it's so bad. Like
Okay.
so stressed. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask you if you wanted to go for like a drink or a date sometime, but obviously you're really busy.
Yeah, thank you for your. It's very considerate of you. Like people usually when I tell them I'm busy, they're like, oh, I don't care. Like let's go out.
No.
I'm like, oh, sorry, I can't.
No, you have your life. You have things to do. Like I don't want to like.
Very nice of you.
Force
Thank
you.
you. Oh no, that means that you like stay in a good memory for me.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, actually, like people when I meet them, like especially like tourists here, they don't care.
They don't care.
No, don't
Like
care.
my way or the highway.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, okay, like I don't care. Bye.
No.
Very nice.
No, of course. Well, who knows? Maybe one day when I'm back.
Oh, maybe. Although actually, I'm in such a stress because I'm taking these exams because like end of September, I'm moving to Russia. I'm doing my master's there. That's why it's so like.
You just love learning, huh?
Yeah, I just went there. Now I'm coming back. Now, like, literally have like less than a month. I have to take like literally less. It's so crazy. I have like 20 days here, even less, like 17 to 20 days to pack all my stuff, to
Wow.
like take all these exams, and
Yeah.
then like by the end, like buy my ticket. Now I'm buying my ticket. Like, bye.
Wow.
So crazy.
No rest.
No rest. I'll
Wow.
rest when I get there.
Yeah, I was gonna say you'll rest by the end of your masters. It sounds like.
No, it'll be like
Or, like-
chill once I get there. Like,
Okay.
Masters is more chill than like our. No, trust me.
I did a masters.
No, I know, but like
It wasn't chill.
compared to our like like it's, for example, in my uni, like
Yeah.
masters compared to like bachelors.
Yeah.
Bachelors is just like you
Okay.
have to know everything by heart, all the like proofs, everything, and then when you get to masters, it's a bit more.
I guess because it's physics, it's a little bit different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So bad, like so bad. I just can't wait to like be done with it and like don't see these professors anymore. See, that's why I'm saying like I cannot really like share because I can't wait to get away.
Yeah. Right now, this city's on your bad side,
Exactly.
so you can't wait to get out.
Probably
Okay.
like if I live there for a few years and then come back, hopefully it'll be. But like I have a lot of friends here. Like people are very nice.
Yeah.
It's just that the government and everything.
As usual, eh? The government rarely does a good thing, eh?
Yeah.
But well, hopefully you enjoy Russia.
Oh, thank you. You enjoy it here.
I will. I mean, I'm having a good time so far. Early days.
For food. Like,
Yeah?
Do you have it?
I have my phone, yeah.
Yeah. It's cold, but it's not close. So maybe if you end up there, I think like what's close here?
Give me one.
No, but it's not close. That's the problem.
What's not close? How close are we talking? Like how far?
Depend like how do you like what transportation do you?
I don't mind taking the bus.
It's called Brdopio.
Border what?
Brd. Do you want me to type it?
Yeah, you can type it in.
This one? Oh, it's far. Okay, let me think of another one.
21 minutes. How much of a walk is that?
No, it's not 21.
You can't walk it?
No, you cannot walk. It's far.
Oh, wow.
It's far. Sorry. It's
Oh, wow.
distances here. It's irrelevant to me. Like when I go to uni, like I go here every day for my hour there.
Ah, okay.
I don't know.
Don't know?
No, because that's close to me. That's why I know it's yeah.
You know what? I'll put it in my list anyway, just in case.
And then
You
maybe
never know.
Maybe you can look like Google something similar.
Yeah.
That's maybe how you'll find like
Okay. Nice.
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go see my friend.
Yeah.
But it was nice chatting to you.
Yeah.
I didn't get your name as well. What's your name? Oh, nice.
Like yeah, it's almost like Russian. They think it's theirs. I have to say it's Serbian.
Ah.
Yeah, they take a lot,
Yeah, you guys are very like
Yeah, that's right, exactly.
similar.
And yours?
Ah. Yeah.
Oh, nice name. Oh, I like it.
You like it?
Yeah, very nice.
There we go.
Thank you for
Well, enjoy the rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you. I just actually wanted to go to Fountain and then I'm like rushing around the other way. Yeah, but it's so hot.
I know. I'm sweating already. Hopefully I don't look too sweaty.
No.
I look good?
You look good.
Thank God.
Okay, nice seeing you.
Yeah, you too. Talking to you.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
All right, so with the man himself, Isaac, just had a 17-minute conversation with an absolute worldie. Gorgeous girl with some dimples. Can you tell us how it went?
It went well. Firstly, I didn't think that it was that long. I was so into the conversation. So when everyone told me it was 17 minutes, I was like, no way, surely not. Maybe in dog years. But no, it was fun. The stop itself was super nerve-wracking. Like, she was basically like in between two sets of people. And so there was not that much space to like get in front of her without like being too like close. And yeah, there was a lot of backpedaling, having to really like put my foot down and be like, nah, just stop. So yeah, there was a lot of I guess, talking before the actual compliment, but I loved it. She was cool. She's like a student here, but she came from Russia. And yeah, it was fun. Like, it was obviously like my longest conversation so far. And it's always nice to have that back and forth, just to, like, even though the start was a bit like scary, once I'm in the conversation, it was kind of pretty chill. Like, we just kind of found rapport, had a bit of banter as well, a bit of back and forth. She was really nice. So I really enjoyed it. It was really fun.
Is that an approach? Is that an approach that you would have went for if you were back home on your own?
No. Unless I'd done like 60 before, and then I had that like not give a fuck attitude. But like, I mean, this is my third approach. Like, I would have never done something like that as my third approach, because it's just like to be fair, like, I'm just always thinking about, okay, what's the easiest way to do it? For both myself and also I guess for the girl herself, because I don't want to like be too I guess aggressive. That's always been a fear of mine, but nah, I'm glad I went for it though. If anything, even though I had a nice long conversation, I'm actually more proud of the fact that I went in for that one.
Yep.
This early on.
Yeah.
Like, that for me is like the sort of like main takeaway from that one. So I loved it. Yeah, I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck this fly.
These flies are coming at me on my leg.
It's because we're the only fools that wear lotion out here. All right, gentlemen. So he has just completed day 1 of his immersion, and yeah, I have nothing but good things to say. So this is exactly what I mean when I say coachable. Yeah. So firstly, the guy was straight in no more than 45 seconds before we started, and he was already in his first set, which was just great to see. And we've been working mainly on the stop today. And just seeing, firstly, he'd done some approaches prior to working with me, so I just wanted to see where he was at as far as his stop. Looked really, really good. A few minor things to tweak, and we got that taken care of today. We still have 4 more days together, which I'm just so excited for. I got a bunch of stuff planned for you. But yeah, first thing I just want to say is well done. All right, because most men wouldn't have made it this far. They wouldn't have booked the flight, booked the Airbnb, gotten to the location, and then met me by that statue for day 1. So well done. Well done for going in for your first few approaches with me. It looked really good. Just to see you progressing throughout the day as well. A big focus today, as I mentioned, was acting on immediacy. And so he really took that to heart, integrated that into your dating life already, into your approach. And so I'm going to hand over the mic. Just tell us about how it's been for you so far, what you've learned. Prior to going in for your first approaches with me, how are you feeling then versus now having done quite a few on your own? How do you feel now? So,
Yeah. Well, obviously, thank you for the praises. It's been a great first day. In terms of just, I guess, how I felt prior to starting, I wasn't too nervous. I was more nervous than I was like yesterday. So it definitely grew. The nerves grew as I got closer. And I think the reason why is because I just didn't really know what to expect. I know that I knew you'd planned everything out, but I guess I didn't know specifically how it would go, whether or not I would actually be ballsy enough to go in for it. I mean, I backed myself to a degree because I've already done approaches at this point. But in my head, I know there's another level. So I went into it thinking, okay, my aim is to just take it up a notch. That's why I'm here, So once I sort of went through that mental chat, I was like, oh, I'm up for it now. I'm excited. And then, we linked up, we had our brief conversation, just catching up. And then, we went straight for it, like you said. And it felt amazing. I mean, I guess the first thing to talk about is just the power of having you here, the network has been immense. And I knew that going into it, but I didn't know how important it was, because I think, up until this point, I've been doing it solo. So today, especially for that first approach even, where I got blown out, you'll see it in the infield, hopefully. But, I got blown out, completely, and the approach, the actual stop itself, obviously this was before you'd given me any feedback. And so eventually we found out that, I wasn't smiling as much as I thought I was. And I guess we'll talk about that a bit later in terms of other realizations. But in terms of just having you there, knowing that you were behind me or somewhere, was immense. And I just felt freer. I felt less, the spotlight was still there, but I didn't care as much. And I was just way more bold and confident going into it. And so when the blowout happened, eventually I was just like, this is fine. And I literally saw you and you were smiling and you were like, nice, let's go again. And that's huge. I know there's guys out there who are doing it by themselves. I can't imagine I'm the only one. But that, I immediately knew that. I immediately had that realization the moment I went for the first one. Mm-hmm. It didn't take me 5 to be oh yeah, it's actually really good to have this guy around. It's no, I already feel the difference. So that was the main thing. Yeah. Do you want to comment on that as well?
Yeah. So, this is what I've been saying for the past 2 years. Yeah, is that, you think you watch the videos online, you think it's one way. In reality, trying to build this skill set on your own is almost impossible. It was impossible for me. I can just speak firsthand experience. I couldn't do it on my own, so I had to pay an expert to coach me. And it's come to that same realization. It's not just the coaching, the technique, the quiet confidence playbook that you're getting installed into your dating life. It's just to have a friend by your side, a network of guys. Yeah, I'm going to introduce him to Joseph later tonight. Just a network of guys, like-minded. Yeah, we know what we're doing. We know what we're about. And we see this whole space in a different way. Yeah, maybe the mainstream media sees it in one way, but we see the reality because we're actually living it and doing it. And so to have guys around you that know what's going on and that can encourage you, especially if you have some of those harsher blowouts that have been there before, it honestly is invaluable as just mentioned, right? It's it's something that's hard to put a price tag on. And so I'm glad that you came to that realization. As he mentioned, he had done quite a few approaches prior to working with me. But then he found out as well, just firsthand, that having a network around you is just so powerful. And so, yeah, that's what I have to say there is just, you know, you can try to build this skill set on your own, and props to you for even trying it. But it's kind of like, why drag this out longer than it needs to go?
Yeah.
Right. If you can just fast track your way to this dating life, then I would highly encourage guys to just invest into themselves, which is essentially what you're doing when you come to work with me. So, okay, sweet. So we talked a bit about acting on immediacy prior to recording this.
Yeah.
So how have you found what you were doing prior in your approach?
Yeah.
As far as, were you hesitating at all? Were you taking a few seconds to consider your surroundings versus now being out here with me and I point and I say, just go? How has that helped you today specifically?
Yeah. No, the immediacy point is huge. Like, it's funny because we've talked about it, like on text, virtually, on, you know, as to why it's really important. And I've tried to do it myself, before I came over. But I, you know, even up until this point, I knew that, you know, my approaches, prior to this, I've always been a little bit hesitant. Some days I'm less hesitant than others. So it does vary. But if I had to like average it out, I know deep down that I wasn't being as immediate. And sure, I had like all these excuses like, oh, there's not enough space or this and that. But, you know, as people will probably see in some of these like infos, if you publish them, it's like, there was one where the girl was like literally sandwiched in between people. And I still went in there quick, still found a way to make it as smooth as possible. And it worked. And, you know, we had that was a long conversation.
15 minutes.
I think it was 15. Yeah, that was the longest one of the day. So it just goes to show like that's really important, like just having, like being quick. And I think because, I guess this links to the first point, but because you're here pushing me and being like, go. Like I can say go to myself, and I do that when I'm at home since I've been doing it by myself. But when you're telling me go, then I'm like, all right, like let's go. Like now there's a bit more accountability. There's not even a bit. There's way more accountability. Because I also paid money to be here, you know, and as fun as, you know, I know I'm going to have a fun time as well. So I know it's a mixture of fun and also learning and you know, iterating the skill set itself. I'm here to learn ultimately, but like just like taking it more seriously and being like, okay, I'm here now. Let me really go for it. And that's really just like, or it's already drilled into me. Like, okay, you can go immediately. Like there is no, but this, but that, because ultimately that's just fair at that point. So yeah, there is a massive difference in terms of how quickly I'm acting on the impulse. And, I mean, I don't know how much you want me to talk about why I've realized that's important. Again, we've talked about it before, but as Ephraim has already said, like it's one thing to talk about it online, and it definitely helps, virtually as well. But in real time, doing it rep after rep, you realize that the conviction and the immediacy, it bleeds into the rest of the convo and how I feel about myself in the convo. And so it's so funny, like a lot of cold approach is like in a way paradoxical, because it's like, you feel like if I take my time and try to make this approach as easy and as smooth as possible, then that's somehow better. Right. But in reality, and so I used to think, oh, if I just go in, it's going to be messy. Like I might be like fumbling because it's all just like off the cuff. And I think a lot of us guys think logically, right? So like we want to do things like step by step, which is like important to a degree. But in terms of the initial move, like you just have to go. Yep. So I'm realizing now in real time that when I go immediately, I'm way more present in the conversation. I'm way more ballsy in the conversation. Even like my voice, like it's a bit deeper, it's a bit louder, and I'm just noticing these things like subconsciously. So everything post that open, if it's a good open, is like huge, you know, like and you stop caring about like what's going on around you. And we'll talk about that in a bit more depth, but like that is the difference. Like it's not just, oh, the approach, the immediate open is good because you just stop the girl. It's actually, it extends further. It's like, yes, you stop the girl, but also everything, how you feel about the conversation is like way higher. So that's like the biggest, I guess, lesson in that regard. But yeah.
Yeah, beautifully put. So yeah, the only thing I have to add to tie that together is acting with immediacy changes who you are to a certain extent when you're in that conversation. So there's something that's going on subliminally, and we've tried even over coffee today to verbalize what that is. And we're going to continue to try to figure out how I can put this in better words. But it's a different experience when you're actually here and you can feel and see what I mean when I say that. So when you see the girl and you just go and you just act immediately, it's almost as if you're embracing the fumbling, you're embracing the non-perfection of the approach itself, and that alone changes how you feel about yourself in the approach. It's like, I'm okay owning myself when I'm not perfect, when circumstances aren't perfect. I'm okay seeing the girl and just acting immediately and walking straight over. And you just unlock this different echelon of confidence when you do that. Yeah, when you don't try to make the scenario perfect and wait for the perfect moment, because odds are it's gonna flee anyways and you're gonna not even be able to approach. But when you just go, immediately after seeing the girl, it's just, you're telling your brain, I'm an action taker. I'm a guy that just goes after what I want, regardless of how many people are around, regardless of who's watching me and how this interaction is going to go. I'm just going to go after what I want and give myself a chance. Yeah, I think that's been the theme of today. Maybe we can talk about that next, which is there were a couple moments, a couple approaches where I looked over and I saw a girl that was just striking and I said, do you like her? And there were a few moments where you hesitated a bit in that, you know, what you told me after the fact was you thought that she was way too pretty or way too high caliber for you, right? Which was an interesting phrase, because I see you the same way I see me, the same way I see any guy, is we can go and make things happen, regardless of how we feel about ourselves. And so I'm curious, having gone through this immersion now just for one day and been talking to girls that you thought prior to this immersion were out of your league, were you surprised by the feedback? Were you surprised by the reactions that you got today? With some of those girls that were just literally the hottest on the strip that you might have thought you were not good enough for?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that was definitely like a self-limiting belief coming into it. And I've always harbored that for a while. It's not as high as it used to be when I first started, because I have had those positive interactions in the past. But this was different because I was going into it with more conviction. So I think just, especially that one like purple, I guess we could call her purple dress girl or whatever. It's like, you know, like in the past, I wouldn't have gone in with as much conviction because of the fact that she was like a worldie. But yeah, to your point, I was definitely surprised by like the feedback, like the immediate feedback. Because I guess one thing is, I think I maybe subconsciously think about is like, if the girl's like top tier, I feel like, okay, I'm going to have to work harder, like in this convo. I'm going to have to like do a backflip, like be a comedian, like, you know, tell her I make 6 figures, all this like thing, you know. But it's like, it's funny because if anything, if I really think about every approach I did today, like she probably had the best reaction, you know, and the best reaction at the earliest point, which is essentially when I was smiling and just being like, excuse me, hi. Right. So yeah, that just completely shattered my sort of assumption about what a quote unquote 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10 is going to think about me approaching her. And we had the conversation after where we were like, well, that only makes sense if you're thinking about it from a perspective of, oh, they see me the same way I see them. Right. So and you've talked about it before, but again, it's like you have to experience this in person to really believe it. Yeah, because it's like it happens and then you're like, oh, so that was all bullshit then. Clearly I was just in my head or whatever. And it's understandable, but yeah, we talked about it. Well, like it's more of an energy thing. It's like, oh, this guy has the balls to come up here and say something, which we all know that most people aren't going to do that. And so if you just like drill that in and you go in with that mindset, then of course they're going to react well, you know? And even if they don't, but like most of the time they will. And I'm sure I'm going to learn that the more I do it. I mean, it's only day one. But yeah, that was huge. I definitely noticed the difference in the feedback and the response and the receptivity of the girl. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So just to summarize that point, essentially, what we see in them is different than what they see in us. And so when we're talking about ranking things, the same way we rank beauty and looks, that same level, they rank courage, confidence, balls. And so it's less about how we look. Are we gym maxed? Are we looks maxed? And it's more about, do we have the courage to give ourselves a shot? So I think the theme of today that you've learned is just give yourself a shot. Yeah, regardless of how it goes, maybe it goes great, maybe it doesn't. But the fact that you're just giving yourself a chance, it means the world, because as he realized in that conversation, the girl loved him, right? They had an amazing conversation. It must have lasted 8-10 minutes long. Took her Instagram down, right? They're already talking about lining up a date for later tonight. And it's like, had you not given yourself that shot, that whole opportunity would have been lost, right? It would have walked straight past you, and you would have continued to think, she's not good enough for me. But what you found through action, right? The key through action, what you found is that wasn't the case at all. And in fact, she was very attracted to you. And so, Another thing that we discussed when we were in the cafe, when we were taking our break, was you brought up an interesting concept, something that I've forgotten about since I've been pretty proficient for a few years now, which is when you're in an approach, they're by default going to be people, transient people, right, walking past, to and from, looking at you, glancing at you, seeing the situation as a whole, and thinking whatever they think about it, making whatever judgments they're making. So you brought up an interesting concept, which I want you to describe here, which is you noticing or not noticing the bystanders that are passing by, and how that used to affect you prior to today versus now being in so many conversations that went really well, how that has been affecting you now.
So prior to today, it was something that, I noticed, and not just noticed at the point of, oh, this person is like interested or is looking at me, but, a step further where it's like, okay, this person is looking at me and I kind of feel a little bit, maybe not on edge, but I just feel seen. And it's weird because I guess when you're early on and when you haven't like really talked this through, and normalized it, that feeling of feeling seen, it's just a little bit uncomfortable, and that's how I felt prior to today. And it was, again, it varies sometimes because, we've talked about like the idea of like doing sessions and how you start is completely different to how you are at the end, maybe. And I guess when you're more in set, you feel a bit more audacious. Your social, like, let's say muscle has already been stretched. So you don't really care too much about the outsider perspective. But again, today it was different because, and I think it still all ties down to the conviction of the approach, and the immediacy, I think, is a really big like pillar or anchor as to why I'm like having all these realizations. But again, it's like, yeah, I noticed the people like having, being like, looking at me and being like, oh, okay. And like, even so, in some instances, it'll be like a guy's walking like there and I can just see him slowing down and just looking. And I can't actually see exactly what his expression is. Yeah. Of course not, right? Because I'm present in the convo, but I'm noticing it. But a part of me was kind of like, I guess like prior to today, I would have been a little bit like put off. But today I was like, okay, this guy can see me spitting game. Yeah. And regardless of whether or not he knows what I'm doing, I guess I'll never know, right? And that's like, it goes to the point that you always bang on, which is, as far as we're concerned, and as far as I'm concerned, like everybody around is just like an NPC. And so I shouldn't really think too much about what they're saying, what they're doing, what they're looking like, how they're looking at me, what they think of the situation, unless they decide to pierce into my world and like say something, right? So yeah, it's like when you're bold and you're having the good conversations, you just don't think, you clock it, but you don't think about it too much. It's more of an aside. It's like, oh, I clocked him walk past and see me having this convo, especially when it's like flirty, because we're in public and I'm trying to like also project my voice. I don't want to be like meek and like shelter myself as if I'm doing something wrong. Right. So I know that people can hear me. I mean, I'm sure even people here are probably hearing us talk about this stuff, right? Absolutely. So it's like, but like just like doing that again and again, you realize, the world is just the world and we're living in our own world. And if people want to like be interested, then whatever, but it shouldn't be my concern. And you told me that in your experience, and now that you've done it so many times, sure, you might clock somebody here and there, but it really doesn't pass like it's a passing thought. It's a very passive, intrusive thought that comes in one ear and goes out the other, and then you're back present. So yeah, I think that's been a huge realization.
You make some great points there as far as having people in your peripheral. So that's just the reality of things is people are going to be walking by. They're going to be curious what's going on, especially when you're first approaching. Those people are probably going to turn their heads and just see, what's all the commotion about. But you start to realize that the more reps you put in and the more times you're in set, you're in conversations, it actually starts to worry you less. Like, as you mentioned, these days, I'm so dialed in on the conversation that I'm having with the girl. I'm so focused on just making this a you and me movie kind of a moment that I genuinely see everybody else as NPCs. And so whether or not they want to actually come and say something, which has never happened to me in the multiple thousand approaches I've done, whether or not they want to come and say something, that's a different story, right? But if they're just going to look and judge and think, odds are they're probably thinking, respect, bro, like how did he get her, kind of a thought. But even if it's negative leaning, which I doubt it is, who cares? Yeah, unless they're going to act upon that, let them think what they want to think. And so yeah, you get to this point where it stops even phasing you. Maybe your peripheral picks it up, But aside from that, it's like, who cares who's looking? I want more people to look, right? The more people look, the bolder the approach, the more of a movie it feels like, where it's like, look, girl, we have an audience now. Yeah. And so, yeah, I really like that. So, yes, just to wrap this little outro up, we talked a lot at the cafe about the importance that you found of actually having like a professional by your side, giving you tailored feedback to your own personality, your own strengths and weaknesses, your own approach. So how have you found having actual guidance in this area, not just two mates hitting town approaching together, but like having somebody that knows what they're doing, knows what they're talking about, critique your approach? How have you found, has that helped you in the one day that we've been working together? As far as your approach prior versus your approach now after day one, it's like, what improvements have you seen with that?
Well, a lot of improvement. But when I say a lot, it's not even like I felt like I had to change like 10 different things. At least at this point, it was more so like the most important details, but the details that make or break the approach. So, for example, and I think this was one of the biggest ones, is like just being disarming. All right, so it's funny because I've done, like I said, like a decent, like hundreds of approaches at this point by myself, and I've always known that it's important to smile. But it's funny because I think today I've realized that maybe I wasn't, well, not even maybe, I wasn't smiling as much as I thought I was. And when I'm nervous, instead of being nervous and then, just kind of let that affect my body language and sort of like wind down my energy, I should actually lean more into the smile, all right? So smile even more. And I spoke about it briefly with you, Ephraim. It's like, I thought that forcing the smile would come off as like super inauthentic, or because I don't really like, I mean, I smile, I'm not like a depressed guy, but like, you know, like I don't always have a big, wide smile. Like I always have like a bit more of a cheeky grin, you know? But, you know, Ephraim made a great point, and when he said it, I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. It's like, what you think you're doing in the moment is actually almost completely different to what's actually going on. And you would never know that unless you had somebody else next to you. And then also you never know that unless you had somebody else next to you who knows exactly what the issue is and knows exactly what the solution is. Because if somebody could have been like, oh, like if my friend saw me, he'd be like, yeah, you were smiling. But you're like, no, you weren't smiling enough. Smile more, and smile like, and hold it, and keep that energy as you're stopping the person, right? Like that's the whole point of this whole disarming, coming like at peace, and like, because we already know that this is like a somewhat unorthodox thing to do. So we kind of we have no choice but to make the girl feel comfortable, right? So that was huge. And I didn't notice that. I mean, I even asked him, so he told me that, and then we were walking for like, it must have been like another 5 mints. And then I had to go back and be like, wait, so bro, you said that I wasn't smiling in the first one. Are you sure? I was like, does Ephraim need glasses? Like, is he? But he was like, no. Like, you were nervous and you looked a bit more like nervous. And I was like, well, he's right, because I was nervous, but I didn't know that was showing in my micro expressions. So that was huge.
So when you switched from that, like you were doing the approach, weren't smiling that first one, then I told you that, then you went in and you started smiling. Was there a difference?
Oh yeah, the reaction was positive. In fact, I think it might not have been the one right after, but the one right after that, like, my smile was, it actually essentially like gave me another smile back before I said anything.
Exactly.
You know? So that's
before you dropped off the compliment.
Even before I said, even
like right when you were saying excuse me.
It was right when I said excuse me. Yeah. So right when I said excuse me, she's smiling. All right. So up until now, it's always been like, the girl normally, unless she's like a super like into me already by seeing me, which happens every now and then. But now I'm realizing that you can actually get a positive reaction just by how you're showing up with the smile, right? And that just also just settles the nerves a bit more, because now you get the response and you're like, okay, now I can stop her and we can have a nice conversation, and everything else just flows from there. But yes, there was a huge difference in how they responded. And I'm not just saying that like, oh, it was one or two. It was literally every single one. Every single one after that. Like, even the latest one that we talked about, which you didn't get to see in person, even though she was a bit more frosty, the fact that I was smiling, I didn't even necessarily need her positive response to keep me like assertive in the approach, because I knew that I was smiling. And I guess when you're smiling, why would you feel weird about smiling? Yeah. So when you're smiling, it's like, well, I'm smiling, I'm clearly here to do something nice. So even if I'm not getting the immediate positive reaction that I was getting with the previous three,
I can still stay in and be assertive while still smiling. Like, I think maybe when guys, and certainly in my case, when I've heard the word assertive can kind of feel like, you know, you just put your foot down and serious, you know, like you're a serious guy and I'm assertive and I just do what needs to be done. And it's like, that's true, but like you can be assertive, but also like calming. You can be a calming, like smiley presence.
Yeah.
So that was big for me. And I didn't know that. I've done 600 approaches. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. And I was asking you like, because, you know, again, this is why it's important to get feedback. Because I asked you, does it not feel unnatural when you're putting on like a wide smile? And you were like, well, I guess maybe at first, but now it's just part of the approach. And I mean, you want it to be like not a super crazy clown face, you know, creepy smile, but like a beaming, nice smile to show that you're into it, you know? And so it was just good to get your feedback on that because I couldn't see it. And then you also doubled down and told me why it's important. And how, even though you think it's not happening, even though you think you're smiling, you're not actually smiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put that really well. So at the end of the day, what we're doing with the smile, right, there's an intention around everything that I'm teaching. And so what the smile is portraying to the girl, fake or not, is I come at peace, right? I'm not a threatening figure. In fact, the smile is what disarms her the most initially, right? When she sees a guy that's taller, bigger, stronger than her approaching her, the first thing that might pop into her head is like, what does this guy want, right? So she has these two paths to go, which is, am I in danger or am I safe, right? And what a smile does, it disarms her right away and it goes, oh, whatever this guy has to say, it's positive leaning. He's not going to come over here and insult me, right? He's not going to come over here and beat me over the head, right? It's very unlikely at least that a guy that's smiling is going to do that, right? And so that's exactly what we're communicating. So that's before you've even said anything, right? The fact that you're just waving, getting her attention, and then saying, excuse me, with a big smile, for her, she looks over, big, strong, tall guy, and she goes, okay, well, whatever is about to happen right now, it's going to be positive, right? And so that's exactly what's happening. And you found firsthand, right? This is why the experience is so important. You found firsthand that just that small tweak of even maybe if it feels forced at first, but just smiling when you're walking over, puts her at ease. She smiles back oftentimes. Yeah. And a cool thing, which we haven't even discussed, is sometimes just the fact that you're giving a cheeky smile gives away what you're doing. Yeah. So before you even have time to get to the approach, this girl can tell that you're hitting on her. And that's exactly where you want to be. Yeah. You want her and everybody around you to know exactly what you're doing. Because it's not weird to walk over to somebody and drop off a compliment. Yeah. I'd argue it's a lot weirder to swipe on a screen in your bed sheets and try to line up a date that way, right? Where you're hiding yourself, you're hiding behind a screen, and you're hoping that an algorithm will get the date for you. Whereas here, it's like, what's the difference? Swiping left, swiping right on a screen versus coming out, going up to girl, she doesn't like you, but she does. It's the same thing. It's just one, you're portraying yourself in a very courageous manner and you're giving yourself a shot, right? Back to the theme of today. Give yourself a chance. Yeah, who cares? Yeah, maybe she's way more attractive than you've ever been with. Just give yourself a chance. You never know. She might like you, right? And that's the whole point. She might not, but she might like you. Give yourself a shot, yeah? So yeah, that's great. Now, the other thing, so his stop is really good. So when he came out, I just had him do 3 quick approaches without me giving feedback. His stop was really, really good already. There wasn't much to correct there. So keep that up, right? You're doing really well as far as the stop. Yeah. One thing that we started correcting today is because he was getting into these longer conversations, I should mention, you need to actually go over so that I can have things to coach you about, right? Yeah. So since he was going over and getting into these longer interactions, some of the stuff we were talking about was the strength of your close. Yes. Right? So when we get to the conversation is dialing down a bit, now you feel like, all right, it's time to take her number, her Instagram down. What do you remember saying before coming out here and working with me? And then what do you remember after day 1? What have you been doing differently? And how has that changed the results, the vibe? And we'll see whether or not the dates actually materialize. So yeah.
When it comes to the close, the main point that I've learned is there's 2 main points. One, it's working your way up towards it, and then just being assertive with how you ask for the date or ask for the details, right? So really trying not to be iffy about it, you know? So before, even though I knew that it's important to really go for the date and almost like set it up, like details, really put that into her mind, it was very difficult for me to do that, like by myself. I guess maybe if I'd done way more reps, I would have gotten there eventually. But it's funny because I thought my clothes was pretty decent before today, right? But yeah, I'm starting to realize why it's important to to like just go the extra mile essentially and really do like your, I guess like just like put more effort into it, you know, like the open was strong, so the close should be strong. It's like, you have to somewhat be like consistent from beginning to end. But we also learned that, you know, and we spoke about it in depth, it's like different approaches have different, like the trajectory and the conversation goes in different directions. Like some people are still here, other people aren't here, like they might be traveling, they might be busy. And so you were doing like what you taught me even today is like, you can always find a way to like make the date happen, and not like in a necessarily like a forceful, needy way. It's just, okay, you just gave me this piece of information. Instead of being like, oh, I guess then I'm just going to bail and leave it. It's like, well, no, maybe still take the Instagram or try to find more availability, right? And just handle that, sort of go down this, like step-by-step process of trying to figure out a time for us to meet. And then of course at one point, if clearly it isn't going anywhere, then it is what it is. But again, to your point about giving yourself a shot, you have to go for it. And not just, when you say go for it, it's like, you can't just like, can I have your, you know, can I do this? Maybe this, it'll be cool if we did this, if, you know, all this like language. Again, it's funny. I know that isn't the way to go about it. But when you're telling me in real time, like, I heard you say this, don't do that, be more like this, because we were breaking it down immediately, right? But when I was by myself, like, I would just go to the next approach. So I used to, like, when I go do like 10 approaches, like in the back of my mind, like I might be like, oh, like the close wasn't that maybe great, but then I'll just go for the next one and I won't even like think about how to improve it because I'm by myself. And also like there's only so much you can think about when you're by yourself. Like, I don't have like 50 GB RAM in my brain. Like I can only think about so many things at once. So when it comes to improving, it's like, I wouldn't even if the thought crossed my mind to improve the clothes, it didn't actually materialize. So that was big. So yeah, I really appreciated that aspect of it, just being more assertive, breadcrumbing your way into the close, and just sticking with it, especially if the conversation is going well. Like I earned it, I approached. Why just throw it away just because she didn't say, I'm free tonight, let's get a date now? Like, no, you still kind of have to work a bit, and there's a way to do that without being needy or desperate, and I think I'll just get better with that as time goes on and as you audit more of my conversations. But yeah, that was my thoughts on it.
Yeah. So, just like you described, your clothes was decent when you showed up, right? And so we want to work on getting as close to perfection as possible. Now, it's kind of an oxymoron because we're never going to get there, right? But as close to it as possible is what we're aiming for. And so, when it comes to actually taking her details down and setting up a date, just like you mentioned, the open was so goddamn bold. It's almost weird if you go with this tepid close. Can I have your Instagram? So when are you available? Right? It makes more sense that a guy that's going to come over in this manner is also going to close the interaction in a similar manner, right? And so saying stuff closer to, sweet, I want to take you out. Oh, you like to drink? Sweet, I want to take you out. There are these bars here. There's this area, Scadarlia. What are you doing tonight? Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, I might be with some friends tonight. Saturday night, does that work for you? And just really going for it, right? Giving yourself a shot. And then as you started to implement towards the end of the day, actually setting up the date in specific detail before ever leaving that first interaction. A lot of guys try to do all of this work on the back end over text, and you've already lost the moment to a certain extent. Not saying it's not going to work, but you're not giving yourself the best odds possible by doing that. Just taking your number, running away, trying to do something over text. No, try to get a verbal agreement in that exact interaction, right? In that first interaction. All right, Saturday night, that works. I'll probably be free around 8. What about you? What do you have going on? Oh, 8 works. Okay, cool. There's this venue. It's called Soccer Palace, whatever. Soccer Palace Wine Bar. Let's go there. Let's meet there. I really like it. And just really getting her to agree to a date, to a time, to a location. It's really going to help the rate at which girls, bail versus actually show up to the date. So just to close, huh? Really, really, really well done today, man. Isaac has made just huge strides just in this one day that we've been working together. And this is just the beginning. I can't wait to see how the rest of the immersion is going to play out. And to those of you watching who are wondering, right, who are hovering over that book a call button, just thinking, can I do it? Just look to Isaac as an example, right, of somebody who was also deciding, right? He went a few months just approaching on his own until he realized, I need a professional. I need a network of guys around me that have already been there. Because not only is he getting the quiet confidence playbook from me, but he's getting connected connected to guys, right? Joseph, we're going to go meet up with. He's getting connected to other guys that are already in the space that are already really, really proficient with this skill set. And it's just going to be a huge network of friends that are all around the world that meet up in different cities and go on dates, double dates. Now we're having fun. Now we're at the club. It's like, yeah, we're headed to the moon, boys. So, anyways, it's been a pleasure. Until day 2, huh?
Yeah, let's go for it.
Hell yeah. If you've watched this video, you've heard enough, and you're ready to take that next step, then click the first link below this video and schedule a free application call with me. And we'll see if you're a good fit for my program. Even if it turns out we're not a good fit to work together, you'll still walk away with an individually tailored game plan, which will put you ahead of 99% of guys who don't take that first step.